Hello, good morning, and it's day two here at Edinburgh Festival Fringe 2022. Day one, so my daughter and I, Keris, doing 4 shows, all dance related. The reviews are now up. Probably the highlight of the day was the Black Blues Brothers, which is a company who've been on the Royal Variety performance. So they are slightly more mainstream than Fringe, but they were particularly good, and you can catch them at the Assembly Rooms. Also saw a brilliant piece at Dance Base 1, which used Kathak, an Indian form of dance, in order to tell the story of migrants and how we deal with them, which I thought was astonishingly good. So today, having hinted just on Sunday there about the issues that surround the Festival Fringe this year, I noticed in the Scotsman that William Burdett Coates, who's the head of the Assembly, the longest running venue in the Festival Fringe, has come out and said that he's lost faith with the Fringe Society. And without going into a great deal of detail, because it's his opinion, not necessarily mine, though I'm beginning to see why he thinks so, and perhaps beginning to have a similar view myself. My experience thus far has been mixed, and I'm only here on day two. The experience as somebody working in the media is fashioned by access to tickets, the ability to see shows, the ability to catch those things that don't necessarily get mainstream media excited about. And one of the issues on Sunday was that the media office was shut, so getting my pass became a bit of a faff. Now, when you're only here for 3.5 weeks or thereabouts, and there's 3,600 shows, it is really important that the one thing that you service really, really well is access to reviews for the performers. They are, after all, putting in their shift, they're doing their work, they're turning up, they're spending their cash, hard-earned cash, and also all the crowdfunding activity that happens beforehand. They should expect for their shekel, the money that they pay over to the Festival Fringe, some kind of response that equates to that. And I don't think my experience thus far would suggest that what they have is value for money. They are not getting the support from the central part of Festival Fringe that I think that they deserve. And indeed, considering the amount of money that flows through the festival on a daily basis, both for Edinburgh and for the venues, I am caught out a little by that lack of professionalism, infrastructure, whatever it may be. As we go on, I'll be keeping a firm eye on it. I have to say that my individual contacts with the venues have all been great. I've got my tickets, and there are a couple of new venues that I'm looking for tickets for Thursday. I also found using the media site for the Festival Fringe really easy, so that I could get hold of tickets for a show on Thursday without having to go through the usual rigmarole and submitting it in triplicate, which I think was a feature of 2 years ago when they went online, so that you were able to go in and get media passes because you were accredited for online viewing. So having that is a great bonus, but I'm still on the fact that without an app, that any opportunity I may have during the course of a day to find a show that I could go and visit and I could review, if I have a gap, is lost. What the app did was you were able in real time to find something close by that was close to the time that you were at. What the online website does is it keeps you in hour slots. So if you're looking for something between, say, 2 and 3, you can end up with 400, 300, 200 choices. Whereas what the app did is it said, here are the ones close to you in the next 20, 30 minutes. And you could define your search far better than what's on the website. It means we're going a little bit old school this year in terms of having pen and paper and trying to work things out, which in 2022 for me isn't, I was going to say acceptable, because I think it isn't acceptable. I think that in terms of giving these performers the support that they deserve, Fringe Society should really be looking at how they service them in the best media friendly manner. But also, when you're announcing things like your partnership with TikTok, you should be social media savvy enough to have that app out there so that people can access things properly. And don't get me started on cost. This morning I'm sitting with my coffee that I made this morning at home and brought through. I will be buying various coffees during the course of the day. But I wonder, and I'll come back to this, how an ordinary family would be able to access the Fringe. And I know on the BBC last night they had a cheap way to get to the Fringe and their recommendation: go to the Free Fringe and take a picnic. Now that doesn't help the economy in Edinburgh, and the prices that I hear are being charged for accommodation doesn't help either. But on top of that, my concessions for bringing my 14-year-old daughter on Sunday at each of the venues that we visited was a pound off. That's it. When the ticket's £16-17, a pound. And what's going to happen if I turn up with someone who's not supposed to get that concession? Are they really going to challenge me on the basis of a pound? It seems really mucked up. We'll come back to that. But today I've got 11 shows to go and see, so I'll be running about like an idiot around Edinburgh, and hopefully we'll get them all in before I leave tonight at 10 o'clock. I'm parked at the car park in Nicholson Square, which is my usual place to go, and fortunately, although I arrived a little earlier than I was hoping to, plenty of spaces, plenty of opportunity to go around and have a base to come back to, which is more important, that is central to where I'm going to be during the course of the day. So, day begins. Plenty to see. Speak to you later. Bye for now.